So we made the decision to come to Green School New Zealand for a couple of different reasons. Our girls have been enrolled in a traditional public school for several years back home in the States, and we really wanted to give them an opportunity to experience education in a very different kind of context. So New Zealand's a beautiful country, and we were really drawn to the opportunity for them to sort of learn in an environment that was beautiful and that was focused around goals of sustainability and care for the earth. And we're really excited about the work that Green School is doing in terms of crafting innovative learning environments for students to really express their own sense of agency to make a difference in the world. So that was sort of the primary driver. So the international transition, moving from the States here, was really well supported by the school community. I think one of the highlights of our time here has been the school community. I think all along our journey, we felt like people were very accessible. They were easy to sort of reach out to for various different types of support and guidance. And so that made the transition so much easier to being here. And I think our girls have loved having a really different kind of learning experience here. So there's a couple things that have been different about learning and living in New Zealand that we've really appreciated as a family. And that I think might be somewhat specific to the Green School, I'm not sure. But we've really appreciated the focus on the Maori people and the history of the Maori people, the sense that we're sharing this land and that we're a part of this place. And that I think that makes learning more relevant and meaningful. So that part has been super compelling, I think, for our whole family. And I would also say, just to have a chance to be outside in this beautiful environment and to get to learn with others who also care about the environment in a particular way has been a wonderful experience. I would say from the beginning of our time here, we've felt very welcomed and supported by the community, both the school community and people in various different roles, the faculty, teaching staff, office staff, but also the parent community has been really welcoming and embracing of us coming from a different part of the world to be here for this experience. And I think it's been really easy to engage. We had an opportunity to build sort of a mini TEDx forum last term where parents got to sort of share different topics that they have expertise around with the rest of the community. And I feel like there's a lot of opportunities to bring the community together to kind of connect it to itself and to get to know each other better. And that is beautiful. I think that's transformative for a learning community when it's really not just about the learners coming together, but it's about everybody coming together in different kinds of ways that I think bring learning alive. So we have two daughters. We have one that's in the Kina in the early years program, and then we have one that's in the middle school program. And they've had different experiences, but both really positive. I would say for our younger one in the primary, she's in the class called Warriors of the Earth. And she loves their outdoor learning program. She loves, they have these discovery units where there was one just recently focused on identity, where she really had a chance to sort of explore our cultural roots and sort of what has brought us to this place and this time as a family. And so I think she's really enjoyed learning in a smaller learning environment with a smaller group of kids. And then our older daughter is in the middle grades program. And I think she's really enjoyed some of the courses that are really different than what she got to experience back home in the States. So the interdisciplinary nature of the classes that are designed at the middle grades level really, I think, gives them an opportunity to explore topics that are meaningful and relevant to this context. I feel really grateful for this experience for our girls. I think it has opened their eyes to just being in a different place and learning culturally about the different sort of norms and values that a culture holds and that can be different from our own. And I think they've come to really value and appreciate that experience. My anticipation is that we've done a few things as a result of being here. We've built their curiosity to really want to explore the world. Our older daughter the other night came home and said, "Mom, when I graduate, I want to go travel the world." And I also, secondly, I think they are way more tuned in to the goals of sustainability and caring for the earth, like in a really beautiful way. They see it everywhere. And I can tell they're paying attention and tracking it differently. And that is like such a gift for us to have changed kind of their mindset and their filter around really our interdependence with the earth and what role we need to play in caring for it. So I'd be surprised if they don't become pretty fierce advocates for caring for the earth down the road. but just also seeing the world as like, we're global citizens. So how do we be respectful of different cultures that we step into, learning with and from them as our journeys continue. So if we had friends back home who were interested in coming to the Green School specifically, I think the questions that I would ask them to consider is their readiness to sort of really let go of what they have experienced back home, and the degree to which they have sort of an eagerness and excitement for experiencing something fundamentally different. Because I do believe it involves a level of setting aside what we've known to be true or right, or however education looked, from whatever context they might be coming out of, to really just have this open-mindedness about what's possible here. And then second of all, I think just a little bit of a kind of adventurous mindset of like, we're going to go on an adventure. There's going to be things that happen that we can't control, or that, maybe aren't expected, but that's part of it. So I think kind of an eagerness to really dive in and call it an adventure, and be willing to sort of stay curious about that.